Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. I have a short story I want to tell you guys. This has to be, other folks have to have this same thing going on in their lives. I have a huge movie collection. Bigger than most, I'm afraid. But that's not the problem. At least it's not my problem. My wife may be her problem. Anyway, so I have stacks, literally stacks of different movies. Say a stack over here is to be filed, stack over here to be scanned. All kinds of stacks. Well, my wife, I love her to death. She loves to clean and move stuff. That's her. That's what she likes to do. And who am I to get in her way? Well, I can go to sleep and then wake up the next morning and the furniture will be totally different. So it's kind of hard sometimes. If you get up in the middle of the night, you can trip over stuff. But anyway, movies. I go out of the house sometimes and she thinks she needs to clean up my area and my stacks get moved. And that's very disconcerting to me because that's how in my mind, I know where everything is, okay? So here's the story, the long story that makes it short of this video is I had a huge horror haul and I had them in a stack. Now this happened maybe 4 or 5 months ago that I had this stack and I was getting ready to make a video. Well, I went out of the house for some reason and I came back and my wife cleaned up my room, moved my stacks. And not only, we were going to have a visitor the next day, so that's part of why things got moved, but she stashed this stuff in a closet. So this stuff these movies have been, and I've been looking for them. I can't find them. I asked her where they were. She goes, I don't know. You have too much stuff. And I said, oh, okay. So here we are. My wife goes out of town, and I went on a full-fledged chase of where my movies are. Guess what? I found them. So that's what we're going to talk about today. My huge horror movie haul that got lost. And that's okay. Oh, also, I found a bag of Goodwill. A Goodwill bag of movies that I'm going to do in a later video that was also moved. So, hey, hope you guys are doing great out there. Today is April the 24th, 2022, Sunday morning. Hopefully, I'm going to do this video, then I'm going to watch a bunch of sports today. I got some basketball. We've got some hockey tonight at 7. If the Golden Knights win, they're still hanging on by a thread into the playoffs. So without further ado, let me show you what has been lost for at least 3 months, probably a little more. All right, first up, all of these are still wrapped in plastic, and yeah, I think I've watched maybe one of them before I talked about it. Anyway, here we go. The first one, The Fields with Cloris Leachman and Martinez Joe's favorite person, Tara Reid. The Fields, based on actual events. 98 minutes, not rated, 2011. It's a suspense thriller. Of course, Tara Reid's been in a number of different things way back. The Big Lebowski is that was probably her first big movie. Urban Legend was a huge budget movie she was in. So I can't wait to watch this and check her out. And of course, Cloris Leachman, you can't say enough good about her. So here we go, The Fields. During the summer of 1973, 8-year-old Stephen is sent to live in the Pennsylvania countryside with his grandparents while his mother, played by Tara Reid, and father work through their marital troubles, though his grandmother, who's Cloris Leachman, and grandfather, Bev Appleton, are happy to host him. They warn Stephen not to enter the cornfields next to their house. Haunted by news reports of the Manson murders' aftermath, Stephen's world intertwines with his grandmother's love of late-night horror films and pushes him toward the mystery and darkness of the cornfields that surround their small farm. Eventually, Stephen enters the fields, where he makes a terrible discovery. Then, menacing noises begin haunting the family from outside at night, and soon turn to violence. Though Stephen's family tries to protect him, whatever's lurking in the fields is about to make their lives a living nightmare. Sounds good to me. If you've seen any of these movies, guys, let me know what you thought of them. So there you go. Next up, one of my favorite things, a zombie film. That's right, zombie film. The Dead. R-rated, 105 minutes, 2010 action-adventure. It's put out by Anchor Bay. And about 60% of the people that watched this have liked it, which is nice. Especially for a zombie film that was filmed in Africa. One of the very few that's been filmed in Africa. Man, this writing is very small on the back. Hopefully I don't take all day. When the last evacuation flight out of Western Africa crashes off the coast, American Air Force engineer Lieutenant Brian Murphy, played by Rob Freeman, emerges as the sole survivor in a land where the dead are returning to life and attacking the living. Oh, no. The Dead. Sounds like a good one. I'm going to watch that one pretty soon. Next up, I have a couple multi-packs here that I've forgotten about. And this one's put out by Scream Factory. 2 discs, 4 movies. The All Night Horror Marathon Volume 2. I believe I have Volume 1 already. But you can see there, that's The Dungeon Master, Cellar Dweller, Contamination Point 7, and Catacombs. Now, out of those, I've seen 3, I do believe. This is kind of a consolidation buy, because I believe I have 3 of the 4 of these movies. So I'll pull them out, recycle them I'll donate them somewhere probably, and just replace it with this disc. So I save some space. All of you movie collectors know space is at a premium. So the Dungeon Master is from 1984. It's PG-13, 77 minutes long. It's a horror sci-fi. Has one of my favorite guys from back in the old days, Richard Mull. Now, Richard Mull played Bull on Night Court, for those of you who remember the TV series, Night Court. Cellar Dweller is not rated, from 1988 also, 78 minutes. It's also known as The Crawlers. This movie is not very good. I don't recommend you waste your money on that one. Contamination Point 7 is R-rated, 1993, 94 minutes long. Also not very good, but kind of one of those virus movies. We can't talk about that. And Catacombs, R-rated, 1988, 84 minutes. I really liked... I think I remember watching Catacombs now. I think I remember it. Well, I'm going to have to watch it. But I do remember that it was out on a Laserdisc. One of the first few horror movies that was out on Laserdisc, like in early 1990s. So yeah, there we go. I'm not going to read you all the synopsis. Like I said, this is from a Scream Factory put this out. If you're interested, I'm sure you can find it online somewhere. Now, some of my favorite filmmakers here. First up is Hammer Films Double Feature. That's right, Hammer Films Double Feature. Never Take Candy from a Stranger. from what I'm understanding, this is going to be a hard kind of watch. It's but it does get good reviews. It's a very deep subject, talking about a pedophile, evidently, a dude that lures children into his house and does things that people should never ever think about doing. It's 82 minutes long, 1960. I believe both of these movies are in black and white. I may be wrong, but I believe they are. Also, the other one is Scream of Fear, 82 minutes from 1961. Has Christopher Lee in it. I'm interested in watching that one. I've not seen it that I know of. Christopher Lee once said that Scream of Fear was one of Hammer's best films. So, can't wait to check that out. Never Take Candy from a Stranger, not so much. I had to deal with those kind of folks too much in prison when I worked in the prison as a counselor. So I kind of shy away from those kind. But anyway, there it is. If you've seen them, let me know what you thought of them. Next up, some more multi-pack with this one, William Castle. That's right, William Castle's Horror Collection. 5 films from the Master of Fright. 13 Ghosts from 1960, 13 Frightened Girls from 1963, Mr. Sardonius from 1961, Homicidal from 1961, and The Old Dark House from 1962. Let's see. I believe... Yeah. Can't read it. It's way too small to read all that stuff. Probably the best one of all of these is Homicidal. I remember watching that one already, and not on this one, but somewhere else. I do remember that one. I do remember 13 Ghosts. That's black and white. Really good special effects. And I think you needed special glasses or something to watch that. Let me know if you guys remember that, but I thought that's what it was. It wasn't 3D. It was some kind of special glasses you needed to watch them. 13 Frightened Girls, that's a comedy thriller. Mr. Sardonius is a horror mystery in black and white. So yeah, a couple of these I haven't seen, can't wait to revisit, and I have a couple of them already on DVD, I do believe. So this will replace those discs. Give me a little more space. Now, this is kind of what made me want to look for these movies. This because I knew I had it, I just couldn't find it. And finally, both of them. Let me show you both. That's right. Eli Roth's History of Horror, Season 1 and I believe this is Season 2. Yeah. There's 3 seasons to this. I don't have the 3rd season yet. I will have it soon, I suspect. But anyway, yeah, Eli Roth's History of Horror. This was not rated, from 2018. It played on AMC from what I remember. I didn't watch it when it was on TV, but can't wait to watch this. Evidently he has interviews. Let me read this real quick. Excuse me. Award-winning horror film director, writer, producer, and actor Eli Roth brings together the masters of horror, the storytellers and stars who define the genre, to explore its biggest themes and reveal the inspiration and struggles behind its past and present. Each 1-hour episode will take viewers on a chilling exploration of how horror has evolved through the years and examine the genre's impact on society, as well as delving into how horror maintains its fan base and why audiences are addicted to fear. Interviewees include Stephen King, Quentin Tarantino, Linda Blair, Lil Rel Howery, Rob Zombie, Greg Nicotero, Slash, and many others. Over 2 hours of special features just on this one alone. So I'm excited to check this out. Let me know if you guys have seen this series and what you thought of it. You look at the back of this one. Basically the same folks with some special effects. Doesn't have as many that I can see. But yeah, this also has Piper Laurie, Rob Zombie, Nancy Allen, Bill Hader. So yeah, I'm excited. Check these out. And finally found it. Finally. Also in that stack was a nightmare captured on film, says Fangoria. It's in the blood. Oh no. Plaguetown. Plaguetown, Blu-ray Plaguetown. Let's see, 85 minutes, not rated, 2008 horror thriller. This is set in Ireland and filmed in Connecticut. Okay. A bloody onslaught. It's the movie that fright fans around the world have hailed as a new benchmark for independent horror. In a remote village, a shocking secret lives on with each and every baby born. Now, for a group of lost tourists, every conception of family will soon be sliced to pieces, not pizzas. And for the mysterious young girl named Rosemary, the most depraved hunger of all is about to be fulfilled. Get ready to witness the graphic shocker from director, code writer David Gregory that Fangoria hails as a boundary-pushing, taboo-breaking experience. Plaguetown goes where most mainstream horror films fear to tread. Kind of afraid of this one, guys. Who knows what we're going to see in this one, but I'm going to watch it. I'll get back to you on that one. Next up, one of my favorite actresses. Of course, she was in probably the scariest movie I've ever seen. That's right, Hell Night and Linda Blair. Linda Blair. Now, this movie came after Exorcist, so Hell Night is 101 minutes, 1981. Of course, Exorcist was in 1977. So, yeah, here we go. It's a Scream Factory release also. It also had Vince Van Patten. Yeah, Vince Van Patten was in this also. Pray for Day. Scream and You're Dead. I do believe I've seen this movie, although it's been quite a while and I don't remember the particulars, so I'm excited to kind of check this one out. As an initiation rite into Alpha Sigma Rho fraternity, 4 pledges must spend a night in Garth Manor, 12 years to the day after the previous resident murdered his entire family. 2 of the pledges, Marty and Jeff, ignore the rumors that the now deserted mansion is haunted by a crazed killer, until one by one members of their group mysteriously disappear. Could this be a part of a fraternity prank, or is a demented former tenant seeking revenge? When this seemingly innocent night turns deadly, these college students will do anything to survive Hell Night. Hell Night. Linda Blair, Vince Van Patten. Can't wait to rewatch this one. Now, a Vestron film. I picked this up at Walmart, I do believe, a couple of months back, with David Carradine, Maxwell Caulfield. It's a vampire flick. That's right. Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat. I like this movie. I did. Only because it's a cheesy, very cheesy vampire flick. Of course, I love David Carradine. He did Kung Fu, the TV series, way back when in the early 70s. David Carradine's a great... If you haven't seen Kung Fu, check that out. It's good. It's a good watch. Anyway, this is 1989, 104 minutes, R-rated. It's a comedic horror. This is a Vestron release, like I said, and very cheesy, very cheesy. I have watched this one. It has a nice little slippy dip on it. You can barely get it up, but there you go. Nice little slippy dip. Oh, this is number 21 in the Vestron Video Collectors Series. The road to purgatory is paved with good intentions, and Count Mardulac, played by David Carradine, wouldn't have it any other way. He's seeking atonement for centuries of human carnage, which is why he's instructed Purgatory's vampire residents to slather on SPF 100 sunblock, pursue daytime activities, and drink only synthetic blood. But some vampires don't agree with Murderlac. They want the real thing. And if that means wooden bullets flying in a vampire civil war, so be it. This wild horror comedy also stars Bruce Campbell, Maxwell Caulfield, M. Emmett Walsh, and John Ireland. It's not a great film, but I enjoyed it when I watched it. So if you haven't seen this one and you like cheesy vampire, this is for you. Now, switching channels entirely to a very scary thing because it has something to do with real life. It really happened kind of thing. From the Conjuring universe, I got this. I've seen it a few times, but I'm in the Conjuring series. This is the third in this series. The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It in 4K. Let's see. R-rated, 112 minutes from 2021. Of course, it's a supernatural horror. It's a movie basically about Ed and Lorraine Warren, the paranormal investigators. This happens to be about a trial. I won't spoil it too much, but this trial really took place, and it happened because it was the first time evil possession of a person was used as the defense of this alleged perpetrator. So, anyway, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. That's what that means. Based on a chilling true story, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren risk their lives to prove the innocence of the accused and the evidence of evil forces in the first U.S. murder trial where demonic possession is being used as the legal defense. Sorry, it's in red, and I do not read small red writing very well. But yeah, if you guys have not seen this, wow. Good movie. I liked it. Next up, If She Screams and Evil Lurks Within. There you go. Blu-ray, obviously. Not rated, 87 minutes from 2021. It's rated about 70% of the people who watch this movie like it, so I can't wait to check it out myself. It's put out by Echo Bridge. Probably, it may not be great, but we'll see. We'll see. Cassie is a struggling actress who is short the money she needs to pay her rent when her friend presents her with the option to work for a weekend on a weed farm up in the hills of Northern California. Little do they know, an ancient evil has been unleashed and is taking its revenge on the inhabitants of the rural area one by one. Cassie and her friends find themselves facing terror after terror as threats both human and supernatural stalk them. Together they must fight to make it off of the mountain alive. So watch out for those weed farms, baby. All right, If She Screams, let me know if you've seen it. And the last thing that has been long lost but not forgotten, the complete TV series of The Purge. That's right, The Purge. Nice little slippy dippy here. Of course, this was I believe it was on the USA Network for 2 seasons. It's an anthology action horror flick. Ran from 2018-2019 for, I believe, 20 total episodes. And, most people that watch it like it. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to real soon. I enjoy the Purge films, and that's what this is based on. Based on the worldwide hit film franchise, The Purge is set in an altered America governed by a totalitarian political party that has established an annual 12-hour period when all crime, including murder, is legal. From Blumhouse Television and Universal Content Productions, we bring you The Purge, the complete TV series. Dive deep into the psyche of the Purgers with all full episodes from both riveting seasons, experiencing what Daily Beast hails as darker, freakier, better now. The Purge. Let me know if you've watched this TV series and what you thought. Hey, that's it. Let's see, we took a few minutes to do that, but that's okay. You guys, hope you're doing great out there. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday and staying safe. If you're a sports nut, it's time to go watch some sports. So if you enjoy these videos, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you know when the Geriatric Geek puts out another video. That's it from North Las Vegas. You guys keep smiling, keep having fun, keep that positive attitude about you. And until next time, peace.